Yes, I mean, it's a lot of questions, unanswered questions that we're going to have to investigate through. I mean, you're right. The dispatcher had the information that it may be a fake gun. The question of why didn't a 12-year-old who saw an authoritative figure in a police officer, why didn't he follow the commands of the police officer? I mean, there are a lot of unanswered questions that we've got to get down to the bottom of.
Yeah, I mean, the father of the boy has said, well, why didn't they shoot him in the legs? Why did they go straight for the upper body when faced with a 12-year-old boy with what turned out to be a fake gun?
Well, first of all, I have spoken to the union president, Jeff Fulmer, from the police department, and he informed me that the officer did not even know that he was a 12-year-old boy. And secondly, the police here are trained to shoot to kill. They're not shoot to maim or shoot to injure. They are trained to shoot to kill. This isn't television. Their lives are in danger, and they have to shoot to kill. So they're not trained to shoot in the arm or shoot in the leg like you see on television. They are trained to shoot to kill.
You raised the issue about the boy not putting his hands up when he was called to do so by the officers. A lack of respect for authorities, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you see a 12-year-old boy. He sees a police officer with his gun drawn. It's not like the police officer, this is the Wild Wild West, where we're going to draw on each other. The police officer literally has his gun drawn. He's saying to you, put your hands up. And you allegedly reach for your gun. So, you know, the question is, why did a 12-year-old boy not fear for his life and put his hands up like the police officer allegedly said that he did? But, you know, more so, I spoke to your correspondent earlier, you know, why is it that the largest police force in the state of Ohio, why don't we have body cameras? Because if we had body cameras on our police officers, we now would have a clearer picture of what happened in that park that led to the tragic death of a 12-year-old little boy.
How big a problem is gun violence in Cleveland?
Oh, it's out of control. It is literally out of control. When you think about 2 years ago, we had 99 homicides in the city of Cleveland. Last year, we had 88. And right now, as you and I are speaking, we're at 97 with 5 more weeks to go, which indicates that we're going to go over 100 homicides in the city of Cleveland where only 400,000 people live. So it clearly lets you know that it's out of control because those are only the individuals who have died from homicides. It does not even bring in the number of people that have been shot because of gunfire.
And what about the legislation that's being proposed?
Well, I think the legislation that's being proposed, there's some good and there's some bad, but it doesn't get to the real core of the serious problem in the city of Cleveland, and not just the city of Cleveland, around our nation. How are these young people getting a hold of these guns? And why is it that these young people believe that they can better protect themselves than police and other authorities? So, you know, the legislation, in my opinion, does a good job at 30,000 feet, but we need to be on the ground. We need to find out, where are these young people getting these guns? Why are young people believing they can resolve conflicts by using guns? Why are young people disrespecting police officers when they're being told to do certain things? So we've got to get back in these schools. We've got to get back to these educators and figure out what is going through the minds of our young people that believe that the only way or the best way to resolve conflict is to pick up a gun.